He gets another
That's
glimpse.
Kid Cudi right there.
He gets a glimpse of Kid Cudi going through the metal detectors, taking off his jacket. He's wearing this. Then he's going into federal court, people. Taking off his watch. They're not playing around. Now, not all witnesses show up at the front. Cassie never showed up at the front. By the way, Cassie was guarded by HSI agents. She was a main witness. What this tells me, chat, is that Kid Cudi voluntarily is showing up. Cassie was escorted to that building with HSI agents, Homeland Security agents, who brought her in a separate entrance from what you would see. You never seen her outside. Okay? Now, Dawn did walk through the front. But Cassie, you never seen her in the front. What it tells me is that, yeah, Kid Cudi got subpoenaed, but he's going there on his own recognizance. Like, you know, the government knows there's a chance that maybe he would try to fight the subpoena or deny the subpoena or not show up and be held accountable for not answering the subpoena. So he walked up in that court confidently because he wanted to do this motherfucking thing. Again, maybe he didn't volunteer, but he definitely got subpoenaed. Okay, so bet. He's on the stand. They show him a picture. He says, that is Cassie. Scott says, and I got to imagine, Diddy's probably looking at him like, Playboy, I should have fucking blew up your house with you in it, nigga. Kid Cudi says, we dated in 2011. AUSA says, anyone else she was involved with? Kid Cudi says, Sean Combs. AUSA says, what do you know about their status? I knew that she and Combs had some problems. They weren't dating anymore. So basically he's trying to say, it's not like she cheated on him with me. They weren't dealing with each other. But everybody know, when that's your bitch, even when you're not together, that's still your bitch. Everybody know that. Come on, man. So you know Diddy was still tight, right? But Kid Cudi's making it clear, when I got with her, she was not with Diddy, okay? They had problems. I knew they had dated before, but they weren't together at the time. AUSA says, in December 2011, did law enforcement respond to your home? Kid Cudi says, yes, I had a break-in. Cassie called me at 5 or 6 a.m. She said, Sean Combs found out about us. She asked me to pick her up, so I did. AUSA says, why? She was worried. AUSA says, what was her demeanor? Kid Cudi says she was very stressed and worried. AUSA says, where did you go? To the Sunset Marquee. AUSA says, why? I thought it was safe. It was off the radar. So they go to some place named Sunset Marquee. Looked like this was maybe a hotel or something of the sort. Yep, it's in a West Hollywood hotel. And they were trying to lay low. Let's look at it. Okay, it looks pretty cool, Chad, huh? I've been in West Hollywood a lot. I've never seen this place. Okay. It looks low-key, though. Nice. So he brings her there. By the way, I see someone in the responses already saying the obvious. She's trying to protect him. He's trying to protect Cassie. You could tell he's not here to play the rapper role of, oh yeah, I don't know nothing about nothing and blah, 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 blah. You know, like trying to keep it like P or whatever the hell people be saying when you don't snitch but you take the stand. He's here to say, that was my ex-girlfriend. These things are true. She was scared. I was trying to protect her. Okay? By the way, I do not believe that what he's doing is considered cooperation, snitching, or anything else of the sort. Okay? Okay. Let's keep it going. We're waiting. While we wait on more messages about Kid Cudi and Cassie interview. Did Kid Cudi ever talk about Cassie before? I don't think he ever did. Don't think he ever did. Did we ever see Kid Cudi and Cassie? Did we? No, right?
go off and do my thing, and I was able to work with a lot of.
This is why I knew Diddy was evil. Cassie used to look beautiful with all that hair. Because I ain't gonna lie, her face right here don't look as pretty as it does when she has hair. That nigga, I think Diddy was putting her through a humiliation ritual. It was like she was a pretty girl and he wanted to denigrate her as much as he could, kill her self-esteem, and also at times, I know people followed it because it was a trend in terms of shaving half of your head. I think he did it to kind of, I think it was like punishment. Ain't no way Diddy was like, oh, you look better like this. No.
Great producers and writers and learn a lot about myself.
What was it like making that transition from working with him heavily to working with people?
Diddy had her looking like Manny Pacquiao. Like, come on, bro. She look like Manny Pacquiao right here, bro. Like, there's some of Diddy's actions that make you feel like that can't be love, bro. She might have loved you. And maybe in a weird twisted way, he did have some love for her. But I do believe, my theory on this is that something happened that Diddy was he grew to be detestable of her. I don't know what it is. Maybe he found out that she fucked somebody he knew. Maybe early on in the relationship, she was dealing with somebody. Like, he had to lose, because all signs are pointing to he would never let Kim Porter undergo these things, which is going to show you, because I do think Diddy has some issues from childhood. But he was, and maybe just Kim wasn't going, but he didn't look to try to put Kim through like this humiliation shit, to belittle her, to make her feel like she was nothing. But with Cassie, 100%, he appeared to be trying to have her feel a lack of a self-worth.
He did it because he seems quite scary.
Well, I always worked with. He's not scary.
The man himself actually scares me. Oh my God, please
do me a little bit nervous. No, it was never really a complicated thing because Pop was always involved. But the transition was actually me going and working with completely other different producers. So I Danger, who I did Official Girl with.
Let's go back to the tweets. Kid Cudi's on the stand, y'all. Thank you for tuning in. AUSA says, who else did you speak with? Kid Cudi says, I spoke with Capricorn Clark. She's sounding near tears. What did she say? That Sean Combs was in the car near my house. Brian Steele, objection. That one is overruled. Okay, it's about to get spicy, y'all. It's about to get spicy. Now, we got to start looking up this Capricorn Clark person. So, Diddy's former, assistant, Capricorn Clark. Is this her?
Did Capricorn come forward? Capricorn has been found, y'all, because...
Who's Capricorn?
Again, faced yet another case. Proverbs 4:14. She dropped bombshell after. Here's what to pretend they never wanted the skin. After that, she made another round.
Oh, it's Capadonna. Okay, here we go.
Former assistant never took anything from him and instead was nothing but giving throughout the year she worked for Diddy. This means even Diddy confirmed that Capricorn is pretty reliable and credible, so people started getting suspicious when she made shocking statements about Diddy a week after Cassie settled the lawsuit and a few days after new lawsuits were filed against her ex-boss. And once again, Diddy became the center of attention after more people accused him of serious offenses. If you think this is controversial enough, wait until you see what Capricorn posts on her ex account right after. Here's what she wrote. Black women end up being the sacrifice for the last 11 years of my life. I had to deal with everyone's nonsensical allegiance to the devil. After this post, many people think Capricorn was referring to Diddy when she wrote the word devil.
Oh, she flipped on Diddy. The only person seemingly not flipping on Diddy is Christina Karam, but we did hear from the last assistant, they said until she worked for Diddy until recently. So maybe she stopped working for Diddy and now she's flipped. If you ask me who's still in Diddy's corner, Gina, she's holding on. She still thinks she could be wifey. She probably still want a kid by Diddy. So Gina's still holding on. Other than Gina, we have Who else? Christina Karam, who, by the way, I think if she takes a stand, Diddy might as well just reserve his bunk in a prison. That chick is the key and the glue to everything.
And if you could read Cassie's 35-page bombshell lawsuit, the singer mentioned how countless people tried covering up for Diddy. Now, that sounds very intriguing. Her post continues with, "I pray that ends. I don't think highly of any of you. Can't keep your head down plus pretend it is cool no more. Do better." Once again, Capricorn didn't mention anyone, but fans quickly noticed how she said working for someone in particular during a particular period.
Keep in mind, the reason why we were reading this, Capricorn is mentioned here. Kid Cudi says Capricorn called her in tears. And he says, what did she say? That Diddy was in a car near my house. Remember, this is Diddy's assistant, which you could tell. What this should tell us, chat, even Diddy's assistant at the time, or like some employee of Diddy or associate, is telling the people he's trying to hurt. Like, yo, Sean is outside your home. Like, she's communicating with Kid Cudi almost like, yeah, I can't stop him, but just let you know he's outside your house. Right? So Diddy's own people, you could tell, and this goes towards this whole RICO thing. Yeah, people were in his organization, but they were doing their job, but they weren't with it. They would even tip off the people he was trying to do stuff to. Yo, Diddy's in his car outside your house. Over. Rule. Let's see what's the next thing. This is gonna be tense, chat. So you call Sean Combs? Kid Cudi says, yes, I did. I called him. He says, I'm over here waiting for you, playboy. AUSA says, when you arrived, what did outside look like? Kid Cudi says, pretty normal. AUSA says, do you have any security cameras? Says, yes, but I found out they weren't working. Kid Cudi says, but the security cameras had been moved. He says, did you move them? Kid Cudi said, no. So Diddy got there, seeing security cameras, and either fucked them up or disconnected them or moved them somehow. AUSA says, what did you see inside your home? Gifts were open, some stuff I got from Chanel, and my dog was locked up in the bathroom. He said, well, how did you normally leave your dog? I let him roam. AUSA says, how long you had your dog? 3 years. Says, what changes were behavior of your dog after the break-in? He says, my dog was jittery, on edge all the time. So it looked like Diddy showed up and was making some shit happen. He was making some shit shake. Holy. What the fuck? Sorry. Okay. Wow, so Diddy was trying to intimidate this guy. Let's keep hearing a little bit more about Capricorn Clark.
Guess what? Capricorn supposedly worked for Diddy and his label from 2001 to 2012, which was 11 years exactly. Now, start connecting the dots. As expected, others criticized her for saying bad things about her former employee, who even wished her nothing but the best when they parted ways. Capricorn didn't let this slide and fired back by sharing a quote saying, "They will skin you and wear you baby girl to pretend they never wanted the skin." After that, she made another round of very serious allegations, this time mentioning Kim Porter while saying, "Kim was the only person who didn't switch up, the only one dark times. I'm personally very triggered," with the hashtags Protect Black Women IRL and RIP Kim. For those who do not know, there had been rumors suggesting that Diddy actually played a huge part in the reason Kim passed away so suddenly. In fact, there are even people who suggested that he poisoned Kim, which caused her untimely. One of them was Al B. Shure, who shared his conversation with Kim before she passed away.
And as time progresses and things happen, and We weren't together.
He was not convinced about the police reports, which suggested that Kim passed away because of lobar pneumonia, and insisted that the actress mentioned how she was allegedly running away from someone and was too afraid to get the authorities involved. Sounds familiar? These are only a few of the people who are starting to step up and speak out, and as more details about Diddy and his alleged tendency to hurt his partners come.
Okay, we want to get some Capricorn Clark stuff. We're not getting it though. This is the.
If you know
Some people think Capricorn Clark is Jane Doe.
about Capricorn Clark. Capricorn Clark is a former assistant of Diddy, and based upon some things that Suge Knight said on a podcast, she came out to speak. So I'm going to read from your web. Diddy's former assistant Capricorn Clark is speaking out after Suge Knight revealed on his podcast that the bad boy mogul once brutally beat her. In a message posted to her private Twitter account, Clark called Diddy the devil and noted, "Black women end up being the sacrifice for the fuckery. Last 11 years of my life, I have had to deal with everyone's nonsensical allegiance to the devil. I pray that ends. I don't think highly of any of you."
Yeah, we've seen that already. We'll see what her influence is in this case. Let's keep it going, chat. AUSA says, I got back in and I called Sean Combs again. I was looking for him. I wanted to fight him, you know? Oh, Kid Cudi, stop it, nigga. Pull up your thong. You wasn't trying to fight shit. Stop the cap. Y'all think Kid Cudi was trying to scrap with a diddler? Yo, bruv, stop playing, bro. Stop playing. You know you wasn't trying to scrap with a diddler. Stop playing. Yo, stop playing with me, nigga. You was trying to scrap with a diddler. Really, nigga? You know damn well you was not trying to scrap with a diddler, bro. Well, I got back in and I called Sean Combs again. I was looking for him. I was trying to fight him, you know. AUSA says, did he answer? He says, yes. He says, I'm on my way. Oh, my God. Yo, Diddy on timing. Diddy on timing. You're not taking away my bitch who do freak offs with me. I'm coming to beat your ass. Yo, Diddy was ready to scrap. Yo, Kid Cudi, you would have been on the list with J. Cole and Drake, nigga. Diddy ready to squabble all y'all niggas. That's a fact. I bet. Steele says objection. Judge says grounds. Non-responsive. What? Still overruled. Come on, Steele. You gotta. You know, this is the big press day. We all want to hear what Kid Cudi got to say. You got to body him. Like, yo, chat, I hope you know what's going on. Brian Steele has to body Kid Cudi today. He took wins so far. He popped up with Flores. He killed Flores. Bodied the YSL trial. Could you body Kid Cudi? He wears a thong. In a crop top, for God's sake, in a skirt. All right, here we go. Judge says, ask a new question. AUSA says, when you saw Cassie, how did she seem? Kid Cudi says, depressed. AUSA says, did you see Cassie in Connecticut? Kid Cudi says, yes, she needed it. Oh, shit. Now we get to find out when she went to Connecticut, to where her parents are from, to tell her parents about how Diddy been beating her ass. Kid Cudi slid up there and piped her down. That's when Diddy hit up the parents and said, yo, I'm going to keep it a bean with y'all. I need 20 bands. Your daughter been cheating on me with some bum-ass thing named Kid Cudi. I need my money. They took out a home equity loan. They sent Diddy $20,000. Diddy gets his bitch back. He returns the $20,000. Okay, it's all making sense. AUSA says, did Mr. Combs call you? Yes, he hit me a few times. Oh, I ain't going to lie. Diddy's on timing. Diddy's on timing. Like, Diddy wasn't ducking no smoke. Diddy wasn't ducking no smoke. Oh my God. He said, what did you say? I said I didn't want to talk with him. He broke into my house, hurt my dog. Yo, Kid Cudi, you pussy. That nigga's on your head top, nigga. He broke into your house, did all of that. Yo, why he looking for you? You should be looking for him. This you could tell a pussy nigga in every situation. Kid Cudi, you wasn't trying to fight that nigga. You called him saying y'all want to fight. He like, I'm on my way. What happened? You said you hit him a couple times. Or he hit you a couple times. You say you didn't want to talk because he broke in your house. He hurt your dog, nigga. You got to slide. Chat, you don't think I'll slide for Pluto? Did you and Miss Ventura break up? Yes. Yeah, man. Let go of that nigga bitch. That's Diddy's bitch, nigga. What about your car? My dog's babysitter called me and told me my car was on fire. The diddler set the shit on fire. Diddler set this shit on fire. Yo, Kid Cudi, I don't care. You gonna lie in his testimony. Diddy was punking you, nigga. Don't act like talking about I wanted to fight him. Every time you hit him, he said he's on his way. You go to Connecticut, he was hitting you like, yo, what's like you're saying, yo, I don't want to talk to you no more. You hurt my dog. Why Diddy looking for you? You should be looking for him. If you like that. So where were you? He says, I was at a relative of my ex-girlfriend. So he kind of in a roundabout way saying, I was fucking on my ex-girlfriend. I wasn't with Cassie. I was fucking on an ex-girlfriend. Talking about at a relative of my ex-girlfriend. Stop it. Where did you go? I went to my house, 8925 Hollywood Hills Road. AUSA says, let me show you 6 pictures. Do you recognize? Kid Cudi says, yeah, that's my Porsche. Yeah, nigga. Yeah, nigga. Yo, I ain't gonna lie to you. Nah, I can't. I feel like this is doing too much over a girl, though. So Diddy blew up that nigga Porsche, man. Nah, Diddy really blew up that nigga Porsche. Yo. Chat, why every time we're getting to the good shit, chat, y'all know I gotta go in like 40 minutes type shit. Damn. I ain't cutting the stream. I wonder if I can make up some shit. I'm gonna tell my lawyer. Even though I'm on stream, they might be like, yo, nigga, you just said this in front of 20,000 people. What are you talking about? Okay, damn. Here we go. Miss Cudi says the damage to my Porsche was from the Molotov cocktail. Y'all know what that is, right? Molotov cocktail. Look, it's this shit right here.
This is a chunk of pipe we just got from Home Depot. This is that same chunk of pipe.
Okay, that's a pipe bomb. I don't know what the fuck they're trying to show with this. Okay, let's show a Molotov cocktail. It would be this.
Peaty Scotch.
Here we go.
Without going to jail. This is a bottle of explosive and blow up without going to jail. This is a bottle of delicious peaty Scotch. This is a bottle of delicious peaty Scotch, registered with the ATF as a destructive device that we could legally fill up with gasoline and throw as a live Molotov cocktail.
Oh, so you put gasoline in a bottle. You put like a thing in it. Damn, I feel like I'm teaching y'all how to do some shit. Don't do this. Don't do this, chat. Y'all gonna get locked up. And you light here, and then when you throw it, the bottle breaks, the gasoline ignite. Oh.
This is a destructive device, well, because it's a freaking bomb, and this is one because, well, it's an incendiary weapon. These are all destructive devices, but you, as a private citizen, can legally own them.
Stop the cat, bro. All right, don't listen to this bum ass nigga. Okay, here's
How do Molotov cocktails work and why are they such effective weapons? In their simplest form, these devices are just bottles filled with flammable or combustible liquid like gasoline or alcohol, along with a rag that stops up the bottle top, resting in the fuel inside. This rag in the top essentially acts as a fuse, or like a wick in a candle. When the rag is lit, the Molotov cocktail is thrown, the bottle then shatters, spraying flammable fuel everywhere, which is then caught on fire by the lit rag or cloth. First used in 1936 in the Spanish Civil War against Soviet tanks, what makes the Molotov such a useful weapon is how simple it is to make and how much damage it can do to much stronger targets, like tanks. Over the years, Molotov cocktails have been refined and even mass-produced,